But the Humble Life comp, if it gets ahead, will run over. That's I think that's good. That's 100%. You throw the gauntlet. It's a good matchup into the Victor, and this comp, you're winning early or you're not winning at all. Like there is no plan B. And I don't think there's a mid laner here that like kind of bails you out and gives you scaling. Maybe someone like a Zillion, which is really out there. But outside of that,
there you go.
wow. I hope you could hear that as loudly as we could. That was wonderful.
It's very nice to be back in Lol Park.
It's really good.
Remember when we were saying that last year? Well, we'll see how it goes as they are looking for the Ken. She is going to flash. The damage not quite there, but they do get the summoner out of this frog. He's feeling pretty clogged at least, but it's not going to amount to too much outside of just the summoner's blow. But yeah, good on Humble Life for looking for at least a play, as now Kyle went for the lick, and now the flash grab comes in from Vista, but it's a Tom Kench. They're looking to turn it. There's the Ren, though. First blood comes in. Croco right here to turn it, though, as in comes on Fleet. They finally take down Tony, but it's not enough, as he's bailed out at exactly the right time, and the Callista picks up 3 kills to start off the bottom lane.
Call him a super sub. Johnny picking up a triple on Callista.
Dove is just hanging out. As here we go again. Kyle in a really rough spot, but again, here comes Croco, and this time they are going to get on top of Tunney, and there is no escape for him, so the shutdown goes to Prince, of all people. The timing working out much better for Liv Sandbox in this trade, perhaps what they were looking to do the last time around.
Testy as well.
Yeah, I think Prince should have just stayed bot and taken plates.
Sandbox.
But instead, we're fighting. And they're going to knock out the Aatrox. So there you go. Croco single-handedly is potentially going to win this fight, as On Fleek is in a world of hurt. He's burning down. Croco is going to take the kill, and now Prince is in position for a 4-man Infernal. And, you know, it's not a huge amount of damage, but it's enough to get the win here for Liv Sandbox, as 2 more will be taken down, and the Rift Herald is given to Liv Sandbox. If you're going to fight like that, then sure, be my guest. Take the fight. He's ready. And guess what? Croco, let's get it going. Nope. Denied by Vista as the smite comes in, and now that's an Akali in your backline. How are you going to deal with that closer alone? Really nice Everfrost, though. Kars has to ult away as EDG flies by, and you can see that the rest of Humble Life Esports are on the run. The slows are enough with the Gravitum and the Tongue, and the laser picks up the kill. The Sandbox do not get the Rift Herald, but they do get the fight at the end of it.
And nice handshake by Vista, but man, closer his Everfrost has actually been extremely high value, and
it's very nice to watch.
I'm
glad we have them in the LCK.
I really, and you know what the best part is? They've been gestating for like, what, like 3 years of just playing an aggressive style, and now it's finally coming together, Valdez.
They were just forward thinkers, ahead of their time.
All they needed was and I can't believe I'm saying this, but all they needed was Dove on top.
Hell yeah. As Dove is on the run, but he's very tanky on the Sejuani, and so is Croco. And a closer's going to be very caught out here as the Devourer comes in. He flashes into the open arms of Kyle, who's like, come in here. I got you. I got you. I'll keep you safe. Everybody's pretty much on vision. We do have Dudu in mid lane. He has to rotate over, and Humble Life, I mean, can't really commit to this push. Not much is happening, as that is a nice amount of poke damage that does come in. The Infernum ultimate will get a bunch of poke, as now Vista's like, wait, I take it back. I didn't want to go back in there. It's a really nice hostile takeover, but I mean, there's just 0 follow-up at this point. Nobody else can come in. Dudu and Kars are totally zoned, because on the left side, you have Aphelios, Tom Kench, and Poppy.
Seeing Liv Sandbox play the way that they do, which is with higher baseline of aggression than most other teams, again, the really good teams notwithstanding, it's lovely to see. And I joke about Dove a lot, but it actually, I think it actually does really benefit them to just have someone that's willing to take the hit. Say, I'll pick the tanks.
Yeah. OnFlake is trying desperately to do something. He did use his Subjugate ability, and somehow Live Sandbox are able to feed the kill to Prince. So it's a big win for them at the end of it all. Of course, they are denying vision around the Baron. That is why Live Sandbox are this far up in the enemy jungle. And now that they have their pick on the enemy jungle, they can just take the Baron.
I need to be honest, fellas. I'm scared.
Do it.
I'm scared.
You're scared?
I'm scared to open up my heart again.
You think Live Sandbox are going to somehow not make it to playoffs? Could happen, as they are just so tanky. Even the Victor's tanky. How is that even possible? Like, nobody on the... Tunney's 3 levels down on Closer, and even he can't do any damage to the Victor. Because, of course, he is 3 levels down.
What do you do? Car's like, look at his face. Yeah, of course, you didn't get to play the game here.
That's his first death. I mean... Although, I'm kind of surprised they haven't fought in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's worrying.
Weird.
It feels off. Sure, we'll get that soon. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, they have some good range with the Aphelios and the Victor, and of course, many different ways to peel. So I would imagine when you're this far ahead, you can kind of just run at the enemy team, even if there are turrets, and just say, yeah, come at us, bros. Even though it is Hama Life. But that's essentially what they're doing. They just push in, take an inhibitor, their little bot, do this, and it'll be up to Hama Life Esports to find an opportunity to take a fight, either here or on the next.
There we go, double TP.
Yeah, double TP come in. And let's see how it does go. Steadfast Presence is down. They get onto Prince here. The Devour is right there. And the wallets are quite heavy. Very nice charge of the wall there by Krocko as Karis. You know, the mechanics were there, but unfortunately the items were not. And he just did not have enough output at this point in time, as even Chunny's being shot from miles away, from screens away. As now the teleport will come back in here from Closer as Live Sandbox move in to end this game.
And there were some early highlight moments for Hama Life, but as we've said countless times, this was a draft that needed an early win. They got the one early win, but just one's not enough.
Not again, Trundle.
Yeah, he needs to consistently string them together for this comp to work out. Yeah, and overall, Live Sandbox taking an extremely dominant game here, bolstered by the draft and some big mistakes from Hama Life Esports. Kyle made your life miserable, and it was just a very textbook win from Live Sandbox. Only mistake was that bot side play, and they immediately rectified that at the Herald. Yeah, I think so as well. Closer is also giggling a lot. There we go.
He wants to show him how it's done. It's like, put me on the Akali. Let me play Akali. I'll get it done this time. And there are so many threats on their side and so many things you have to deal with. Here we go, onto the Rift once again. But the same pressure is there, the same wins are there in the very early stages of the game, as here comes Ornn, doesn't have an Ignite, but still doing a hefty amount of damage here to Dudu. Stuv taking aggressive trades, look at him go.
Just need to be careful. If the passive for Camille comes up again and he gets hookshotted, he's definitely dead. Interesting things to see early on.
He's going in. I mean, I don't know about this. One clap could have done it. Dudu not
He's dead.
Really ready to get it done. And OnFlake is here.
Is he dead?
I think he is. There will be a charge here in just a moment. And there it is. Hops away, but the flash comes in, and that should be enough. As first blood will be given over to OnFlake, who will punish Dove's first attempt at getting aggressive in the series.
Unfortunately for Dove, the one time he does go for a proactive play, OnFlake is there. And you should know that this is going to happen, right? You're playing on the weak side of the map. It's not impossible for a Lucian Nami to come back. We've seen in the past that Lucian, as soon as he gets calling, he can kind of do anything. As Johnny.
Yeah. And again, like there's no kills onto Chunny and Vista. They're not even losing that much health. It's just the presence of Krocko. Just the fact that he's here, just the threat of it. As Vista is like, come on, we have to lane eventually, right? But he gets a little bit close to the sun. He's going to trade flashes with Krocko here. And again, 2 plates have already gone down to Prince and Kyle. As now On Fleek finally makes his way up. Prince hops forward, looking for the fight. Does not care. Thinks they can take the 3v3. Now they're going ahead onto On Fleek here. Kyle's taking a lot of damage on the backside from Tunney. The Rend is about to come in, though, as there it is. Prince picks up the first kill. Kyle flashes away from the damage from the Lucian. There's another Rend as Prince is going to put the hammer home. As now 2 kills for our bottom lane here, and it's all into the Kalista. It really sounds like I'm
we're actually not.
I'm ragging on him, but I'm actually not. No. He does what he does really well.
Yeah, and Bubble
players like that.
Bubble doesn't hit. Prince making sure that he actually has the appropriate amount of stacks as he goes in. And skirmishes like this, when you're at a significant level and experience disadvantage, into a Kalista, you need to hit the bubble and you need to one-tap, right? And otherwise, it's just, you're not going to win. Kalista in these type of situations excels.
Not yet. Well, not even necessarily by his own fault. He's just like, oh man, like, we lost our jungle and now we don't have vision. Now we cannot put on pressure. So we can't do what Lucian Nami does best. Yeah, I think he'll be fine with this 4 kills. Ooh, a shockwave.
Yeah.
Karis, you got to be careful as nearly the damage comes in. If there were more players on the side of Liv Sandbox, certainly would have gone down. As On Fleek still desperately trying to do something on the Trundle.
That was 4 versus 3.
Not been able to see anything just yet.
That was 4 versus 3. They were down a member.
Yes. And Prince got comboed to start off the fight.
Oh no. Oh no. No, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Hanwha, run!
They don't even have to engage. They just have to show their faces. Just have to show the icons of their champions. And then they're like, yeah, we have to give this up. The dive is too scary.
Oh, this is a Scrim Kalista game.
It is.
I thought we only got those with Deft.
Trundle's there as well. Like, you could absolutely have seen that and the power of the Orianna, but we just have not.
Oh.
As here we go, teleports in. They get onto the closer, who is in Akali, and so everything is just going to go the way of Liv Sandbox. As just amounts to how many kills can they get? It is just going to be the Nami. But there is a Baron available, and maybe they can just pull the trigger on that now, as there's not really a lot of vision around here either.
They also can't fight, most notably, as they have thrown 3 of their ultimates into Liv Sandbox. Doesn't work out. You got to try something. It's on life. A pick with a Camille might as well go for it, but shouldn't work out here. A lot of damage coming through here, but here comes the turn.
Tunney actually did a nice little poke there. Yeah, maybe the Kraken Slayer paying off.
They don't get Baron. Very nice.
No Baron. Life's got inner track in the mid lane turret.
Bounty. Bounty gold.
Bounty pause champ.
It is not, as mid lane turret also going to go down, and Liv Sandbox is complete control.
Uh-oh. Closer found his option here. He's going to take down 1. Maybe make it 2, as he's got Dove helping out from behind the scenes, as down will come the Arnold, and the rest of the team will just pile on. This might just be the end of the game. Liv Sandbox miles ahead in this one, and they are going to stop the bleeding before it gets all too bad.
Liv Sandbox, really, really convincing performance here tonight. Exceptional. I don't know what to say. Like, it's textbook play.
Yeah, really strong, very scary, and it shows what they're able to do. Game is not going to end just here.
Very convincing, nonetheless. As you pointed this out, Valdez, being not fun.
Yeah. Like, there were maybe 0.2. That's why Trundle can be good against Soren.
Nice.
Nice little textbook example right there, guys. You can write that down in your notebooks. It's chapter 13 of League of Legends. As Life Esports, that Poppy ult, I did see that. Fortunately, not many others will. As On Fleek will just be taken out. Here comes Closer. They just had to do it to him. Actually, a nice amount of burst damage comes in from Karis, but in over the wall is Prince. Still a lot of mobility here on the side of at least Camille and Lucian. So they will just run away. Steepy's coming in now from mid lane. Here comes Dove. as the Ornhorn will be... Oh, it was actually already used. And yeah, they'll just push in with the Baron buff, take down the Nexus as the culling gets used. Dove, he's got a couple of items. Even the Thorn Mail might do more damage to Chunny than Dove will sustain himself. As the poke comes in, they don't have a huge amount of range as in goes Dudu, trying to take out Kyle. And he gets pretty close, but not going to get the kill in the end. Liv Sandbox are like, uh-oh, maybe we should actually respect this, but at the end of the day, not much follow-up comes in. Dove is doing a great job of zoning everybody. The damage is there from Homolife Esports, and they will stop him now as Chunny flashes forward just to die. Had to give it a shot. This looks like his best opportunity. Nice little shockwave there from the side of Karis. His closer, he's got a bailout, and that's going to be too much for the Orianna to handle. And maybe now they can end the game.
Maybe. Maybe. No, they will end the game. And whoa, Liv Sandbox.
Wow.
What a showing here tonight. Really styling on Homolife. And if you look at the scores, then obviously they would have clear favorite coming into tonight.
Kroko telling him to get out of here right at the end. Closer with the most damage. I'm sure he wrecked a couple of health bars at the end of the game and allowed him to boost those numbers.
Thank you so much. Hello, this is Deer for the POG interview, joined by Kroko and Prince. Congratulations on the win! You guys got the first victory of Summer Round 2. How do you feel? Felt like we were pretty shaky at the beginning. And I'm really glad that we were able to get the double, start the round with 2 wins, and hopefully we can keep it going. Let's hear from you, Prince. I wasn't very satisfied with my how it started out in game 1, but it's good how we ended up finishing strong. I heard you guys had a talk with your former teammate on Fleek, some bantering back and forth. Can you tell us about that? On Fleek?
원래 장겸이 형이랑 제가 스프링 때나 이번 1라운드 때 경기 때마다 같이
Every time
전에 1대1을 해가지고 기선 제압을 항상 해왔었는데
Every time before a match, we would warm up against and just play against on Fleek, and then I would always show him who the boss is. And I think it was just pretty much the same today.
그냥 서로 일단 잘하는 챔피언이 되게 많다고 생각했어요. 그래서
So how did you prepare for the jungle matchup?
계속 플레이 메이킹을 잘했었던 50을 일단 배나면서 게임을 계속 진행했고 제 입장에서는 뭐
I think we ended up
다 자신 있었습니다.
starting out with the Wukong ban because I knew that he's pretty good with that.
아까 말했던 경기 전 대기방에서 좀 도발을 했다고 들었거든요.
So I heard that you were bantering Prince.
이제 인사를 잘 안 하는데 이제 장겸이 형이 자기도 안 하고 이제 조금 가부장적인 면모로 이제 너 왜 인사 안 하냐 이러시더라고요. 그래서 좀 힘들었어요. 하나생명
We noticed that no one was saying hi in the beginning, and I think Amfleek was like, "Why aren't you saying hi today?" And it just looked like Hana was having a hard time today overall. So for game 1, you picked Sejuani against Aatrox. Can we have an explanation?
세주안이를 픽하면 굉장히 재현 형도 그나마 편하게 할 수 있겠다라는 생각으로 했던 것 같아요.
I feel like we've ended up picking Sejuani because it would make it easier for the matchup for Sejuani. So you guys stay focused despite giving Kalista 3 kills in the beginning.
가져갔을 때 프린스 선수의 반응은 어땠는지부터 들어보고 싶어요.
상대가 3킬을 먹었을 때요?
네네.
And then you guys, how did you guys react to the first 3 kills that Kalista got?
우리 쪽에서 가져왔을 때는요?
이러면 다 풀렸다 이렇게 얘기했죠. 제압을 하나 먹여줘가지고 동범이가.
We thought, oh wow, we messed up. This might be doomed. But once we got the 2 kills back in return, we said, oh, this game is winnable. It's doable.
왕자님 있어서 이길 줄 알았어요.
And then how did you turn the game around? I believe that since we have Prince in our team, we would win. So at the first Herald fight, it looked like it was the point where the snowball to victory started. So Krakow,
상대 진영을 조금
how was it like for you?
그게 조금 잘 일어나서 아트록스도 밀리고
I wanted to zone the enemy, and
안에서 물려버려가지고 상대 입장에서
it seemed like we were able to trap Trundle within the pit. We knew that he didn't have flash.
여기서부터 이겼다라는 마음이 들었을까요?
네, 그냥 근데 그 전에
And
저희 왕자님 킬 하나 먹었을 때 이겼을 것 같습니다.
and yeah, we knew that we would win off of that, but even before then, when Prince got the kills, we knew that it was already over. So you guys gave Lucian and Nami and took Kalista and Renata, and finishing off with closer's signature Akali pick. Can you walk us through the drafting phase?
저희 입장에서 그냥 정석 픽을 가져갔던 것 같고 아칼리는
I feel like we were really
자신감 있어
going for that standard drafting.
전판에 아칼리 나왔었는데 지금 여기서 꺼내면은 그렇게 하는 거 아닌데 약간 그런 느낌으로 꺼낼 것 같아서
So
되게 잘해준 것 같아요 그런 부분에서.
it was all standard until we came around to pick Akali, because it was sort of like showing the enemy this is how you play Akali properly. So Prince, you got 4 kills in 9 minutes. It was a slaughter. So let's look at the replay for game 2. Can we get some explanation regarding this play? So I think we're just saying, yeah, let's go, just move forward. Just keep going, because there's no way we lose here. Then Prince ends up saying, yeah, that was nutty, guys. Game is over. You can play slow. So what was the plan to end the game? Because you ended the game with a 700 gold bounty. I just didn't think that there's any way that the opponent can stop us.
그렇다면 크로커 선수는 이렇게 바텀이 잘 풀린 상태에서 그때부터는 좀 어떤 식으로 경기를 풀어가야겠다고 생각하셨을까요?
How about Poppy, Krakow? How did you manage to end the game from here?
게임이 계속해서 진행될수록 결국엔 상대 원딜보다는 별로라는 생각을 가지면서 게임을 해서 칼리스타 힘을 잘 키운 걸로
I feel like
아칼리를
the longer the game goes, we knew that Lucian would be a little more useless against Kalista. So it was a pretty straightforward game from then on. So it seems like Leaf Sandbox is so far the most impactful team of Summer Round 1. That must have been a pretty satisfying round 1. Any word going into round 2? Something that our head coach told us, he said that we're capable of beating any team out there. So moving forward from round 2, we'll make sure that we carry through and actually live up to the words and beat all the teams that we go against.
DRX 같은 경우도 최근에 경기를 보면은 굉장히 많이 잘해주고 저희보다 잘하는 부분도 많다 생각해가지고 저희가 1라운드 때 보강한 부분보다는 아예 다른 부분을 보강해야 하는 부분이라서 쉽지 않을 수도 있는데.
So we managed to win all the games besides our match against T1 and Genji. Lately, DRX is looking really good, so we can't really let our guards down. We make sure that we are prepared and we win all the games moving forward. This will be the end of the interview with Krakow and Prince of Leaf Sandbox. Back to Valdez and Chronicler. Thank you.